son was right. You see, that's the very, very subtle message that's there. You see these things in movies, right? You see it in most of the narrative is that, fathers don't know what their kids know. Because the father wanted this boy to come and be part of the business, right? And the fact remains that he was doing the business fine in a more, somebody said, upgraded way. But the fact remains that in that story, the one who has to learn is who? No, it's the dad. It's the father who had to learn. There's a reality that was not known to the father. So when the father took Lipton, sorry? And then, so that's always the point. Because you have to understand that the world we live in is trying to undermine, right, the place of fatherhood. You see today, if you watch some movies, the father is either a drunk, or somebody who is not that, that responsible. So it's very subtle. And let me connect that, because there's a particular song that I love so much by Hillsong. It was talking about the world that they deny their own beliefs. Right? There's a series, for those who watch CNN, there's a series that they just launched, the 100 Club. How many of you have seen it? The 100 Club. These are companies that they've been in existence for minimum of 100 years. Right? Minimum of 100 years. There's something common to all of them. They were started by fathers, right? And the sons and the whole family took, in fact, there's a particular one. I've forgotten the name. It's this spice. They didn't even change the design of the bottle. It's always very common at Nando's, this spice. This spice. They didn't even, the recipe is still the same. If I was trying to check my phone, if they actually listed the companies there. Number one, there is one British company, Twining Tea. We have it here. Is this herbal teas and all this kind of thing? It's the name of a man. Right? There's some, maybe there's gin, and so, it's all those kind of things. But the point I want to make is this, that we live in the time when fatherhood, is being undermined with the whole upsurge of feminism, with the whole assault on mass. Today when you use the word patriarchy, it's negative. Right? Who are patriarchs? Patriarchs are initiators, right? Patriarchs are foundation. So we live in a world today, if we are doing it right, is something I want us to begin to think about, that is something we also need to sell, right? We need to demonstrate that this is the authentic, because it's happening all over the world. That the position of the father is really not, I was talking to a lady who recently divorced. And I said, you know what? In a divorce, both parties they are guilty. She didn't hear what I said. She said, well, I know this is a patriarchal society. The women are always in error. I said, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the foundation of the whole world, you can't improve on it, is founded upon the male gender. Right? The male gender is the one that carries it. That doesn't mean it's superior to the woman. But I want us to know that the culture of the Bible is not enough for you to just establish it in your home. You want to be missional with it. You want to let these ones know. There's a proverb that I grew up with, that you can have clean clothes like an elder. Right? They say you can't have rags I'm not talking about the rags that you guys wear nowadays. You know, I'm not talking about those rags. That, you see, the rag there is symbolic. It's talking about wisdom. It's talking about that which is ancient, you know, tried and tested. It's timeless. So we have to make this a value system that fatherhood society can improve on it. And if you see what's happening today, the statistics show. Why we celebrate these fathers, my mind, my heart is on those who will become fathers. There's a whole assault. Have you ever had any kind of social initiative that talks about the boy child? Huh? No. What do you hear? The girl child. You see, it's deliberate. It is deliberate. And you've noted the stats that even academically speaking, girls are doing much better today. So my heart is, you know, the father that's going to come in this guy. While I celebrate God for this, but that one, you know, the Shama, right? The little boys who are there that society is actually neglecting. Who do we raise them? Do we see the video clip that actually talks about that legacy? You see, you don't have legacy. There's a scripture that theologians don't like to read now. It's Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12. Turn there. And I will just wrap this up. And I'm going to just play another clip and then I'll just end it there. Isaiah 3:12, basically the whole chapter of Isaiah basically talks about, you know, the face of judgment. When there is judgment in the land. What did he say? He said, as for my people, look at it, children are what? They are oppressors. Women rule over them. If it's possible for some theologians today, they will expunge this from the Bible. They will expunge this from the Bible. You see, this in no way put the woman in a secondary position. Right? It basically talks about societal structure. Are you with me? It basically talks about the way society is structured. You see, that someone is in leadership is different from being superior. In fact, patriarchs live, like Benga said, patriarchs they live for those that they are trying to, you know, those that they produce, right? That's, you see, patriarchy, fatherhood is actually a servant position. You see, my home, we normally call it, this is a local government. My wife is the chairperson. Right? Right? She's the chairperson. She's the boss. My two girls are, you know, Okpe is the financial secretary. Yinka is the PRO. Justice is the secretary. I'm the driver. Yes, now, you know, they actually eulogize the taxi driver there and I say thank you. I drive everybody around. I'm the ATM, you know, and yeah, you know, sorry? The banker by nature, you know, that's it. You know, I said, go and collect money from your mommy. No, she doesn't have, you have to give me. You have to. So, you see, patriarchs, fathers are actually servants. Right? In the Christian faith, fathers die for their kids. People are talking about, you know, their moment with their dad. You know, mine was on a watch night service day. We were coming back from church. Maybe I've told the story before. And there was this police. That day maybe my father's car had a problem. We were trekking back home. And there was this altercation, you know, between the police and some guys. And they were firing in the air. What did my dad do? He just did like this. He just came to the front, right? It's as if he just shielded all of us. I was very young, maybe 14, 15, and I said, that means this guy wanted to actually take the bullet, right? Yeah, he actually wanted to take the bullet. You see, that's what fathers do. That's what they do. But society is trying to eliminate, and this has been long. The first time I noticed it was one old comedy, Good Times. Right? And then over and over and over, you realize that the father is always in, even to Cosby Show. How many of you know Cosby Show? The wife is the intelligent. The husband, being a medical doctor, is still a riffraff. It's the husband who will try and, trying to help the child to do the assignment, the homework in a very unethical way. Those things are deliberate. You see, but for those of us who pick our culture from the Bible, we have an assignment to model it. You can't improve on the way God has structured society. Because a lot of men are apologizing today for being fathers. Masculinity is being painted in a wrong light. Patriarchy now is it's a societal defect. But let every man be a liar, right? And God only be true. So I wish you guys happy Father's Day. There's a song by one of my favorite artists. His name is Michael Card. He wrote a song called Sunrise of Your Smile. I don't know if you're going to hear the introduction,